everyone. Happy Saturday. I just finished filming, obviously. I've even got my lights on. You can see them glaring in my glasses. Just finished filming the intro for the sew along for tomorrow. So we've got the adjustments coming up tomorrow. And then we'll do, I want to get the whole sew along because I'm making 2 dresses with this one on purpose this time. I'm doing a scoop neck version and a V-neck version. The dress actually has a V-neck. But I'm actually showing you how to draft a scoop neck if you'd like to change up the neckline a little bit. And then I'm making 2 different dresses. I'm going to put sleeves on one. I'm going to leave the other one sleeveless. I actually haven't decided which one's going to be which yet, but I'll be showing you how to fully line the bodice where there isn't a lining in the instructions. So it is facing, a dress that has facings, but I'll be using a full lining just for the bodice. I'm not lining the sleeves and I'm not lining the skirt, but I will be fully lining the bodice. That is my preferred finish. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that, both a bodice with sleeves and without. So anyway, I just finished filming all of that. We went to the grocery store today. I wanted to do a lot more sewing, but so we have a store here in our general area. I think it goes up north a little more and then a little further east, called Meijer. I had never heard of Meijer until we moved to Indiana. It was not something that was in Missouri. But anyway, it's like a Walmart or a Target. It's the same type of store, but it's where I go to the grocery store because it's close to my house. Anyway, so we were at the grocery store this morning doing our, gearing up for battle and going into the grocery store. But while we were there, there's a garden center that's attached to it. And my husband said, let's just pop into the garden center and see if they have, our annuals, like the flowers that we like to plant in our beds and then in our pots and all that kind of thing. And I was like, well, that's a good idea, because there was hardly anyone in the garden center. The actual store was starting to pick up when we left. We get there right when they open on Saturday morning, and so people were starting to arrive, and it was starting to get a little busier when we left. But then we popped over to the garden center, and there were like 3 people in the garden center, and we were able to get all of our flowers for cheaper than I think than we normally get them at Lowe's. So that was very exciting. Definitely worth it. But I had not planned on planting flowers today. We were gonna, my husband was gonna take a morning off next week for us to go to Lowe's or another garden center or something to get all of our annuals like right when they opened up first thing, to avoid the crowds of people and that kind of stuff. But yeah, we got them today, so wasn't planning on planting flowers, but that is what we did all morning and most of the afternoon. So I still had the sew along to film, so it's we're cutting it close. It's 4:15, so I am going to go up and edit. So basically no sewing today. We planted flowers. I did film the sew along that'll be going up tomorrow for you all. But that is it. I didn't get any other sewing done. We are supposed to have a lot of rain tomorrow, which was another reason we wanted to get the flowers in today, because we have forecast for, I think it's supposed to be pretty rainy all day tomorrow. So I think tomorrow might be a perfect day to not only sew through the sew along dresses, but also the other couple things that I wanted to make with that Kimberly dress pattern for Athena as well. So I'll take you guys along with that tomorrow. I also wore my Pietra shorts to the grocery store this morning, and I like them. I really do. I think that my tapered, I think I just need to go down a size. They fit me really well. They just come out of the wash and they fit me really well. I really liked the way they looked when I first put them on this morning, but they had bagged out some by the end of the day. So I think I just need to go down a size, and I think that that will solve all my problems. So I am going to be revisiting the Pietra, and I'm going to make the size 10 in the wide leg cropped and wide leg full length. So I will be doing that hopefully this month. We'll see if that happens or not. As you know, I had a lot of plans, but I do need to finish these things for Athena first. And I might be doing another pattern test. There was another call out maybe next week or the week after. So we'll see how that goes as well. It's a really good one. I saw the line drawings. It's a good one. And hopefully the other 2 that I've been working on you'll be able to see here soon. But anyway, where was I going with that? I think we're going to do Mexican tonight. We're going to make some tacos, and we've been getting some produce delivered to us, and we got a whole bunch of avocado. We got stuff basically that could easily make some guacamole. So we're going to make some guacamole and have some tacos. Trying to talk my husband into swinging into one of the Mexican restaurants that's close by, have carry out margaritas. They make them up in mason jars, so they are sealed so that you can bring them home because container laws and stuff here in Indiana. But we had them not that long ago and they were so good. So see if I can get them to, I mean, it's really warm today. The sun's out. We're going to have Mexican food. We're making all the food. But I thought, God, a margarita would be excellent along with all of this stuff. So we'll see if that happens. But yeah, I'm really tired. We've been outside working really hard all day long. So yeah, I'm going to call it for today. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have a lot of sewing for me to share with you guys. So yep, that's all I got. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend and getting out and enjoy some good weather if you've got it around you. Again, I think it is supposed to be pretty nasty tomorrow. And actually, I think I can hear some low-lying rumbling of thunder. I think that the stuff might be starting to come in. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye! Hi everyone. I'm really dark. Hold on. I've got my lights here. Oh. Sorry, I left everything set up since I'm still in the midst of sewing the sew along. Aha, look at that. Let there be light. Try not to knock those over. Those are expensive light bulbs. Hi guys, it's Sunday. So today it is, I mean, it's already 3 o'clock. I have been working on homework with my daughter, trying to finish up some math. It was a lot, but we're done now. And I actually came down here and cut out my Kimberly skirt. So I think I'd mentioned, I'm sure I've mentioned it before. It's kind of the reason I'm doing the Kimberly sew along right now. But Athena had asked a couple of us to do, recreate some of the hacks on her blog so that she could repost them with different pictures that weren't just her. So I am doing the just the pictures for the Kimberly skirt hack, which is basically just using the skirt of the Kimberly, adding a waistband. And so I've got that cut out, and I actually cut it out of that dark teal heavyweight linen that I had actually in my May plans put aside for, oh, it was a Butterick dress. I can't remember the number. I'll pop a picture of the pattern up here, like 6674 or something like that. I can't remember what the number is. I'll pop a picture of the pattern here. But then when I made that wanted tee out of that art gallery knit, I decided I really wanted a skirt in that because there's that color in that fabric. And so I'm making it into kind of a, it's not a circle skirt, maybe a half circle skirt, maybe. It's bigger, it's wider than a flare, but it's not a circle skirt. But anyway, that is what I've been doing today. We've had a couple of setbacks on the channel. So number one, the sew along that went up today, I did some alterations to the bodice. I did a full bust adjustment and it made the waist a little bit bigger. And so I also then made that adjustment to the skirt and totally forgot to have you guys make that same width adjustment to the skirt band, which is at the bottom of the skirt. So I had a couple people ask about that and I'm like, yes, you're totally right. Yeah, you should have done that out of the skirt band. And honestly, I would have cut that dress out twice because I made it twice and would have cut the band too short. So, and then been perplexed until I had figured out what the heck had happened. So thank you to those that had pointed that out, and I really apologize for missing that. I will talk about that again in next week's sew along. But if you're watching this, don't forget to add that width to the to one of the hem bands. You cut out the hem band twice, once for the front and once for the back, and you only need to add the width to the front piece because we didn't add any width to the back piece. So anyway, I will talk about that more in detail in the sew along next week because I have not filmed that yet, but I apologize for that. Also, with the sew along, I was going to show you guys how I draft the circle or the scoop neck. And when I was doing all the filming for that, my mother-in-law called and I was using my phone and it turned the filming off. So I declined it on my watch real quick and kept going and totally didn't even think about the fact that that turns off the recording. I tell you, this filming with my phone. So I will refilm. I mean, it's just a simple drafting, so I can refilm that and show you how to do. It's a very easy thing to do, to turn that neckline from a V-neck into a scoop neck. But that I will put that back up next week. I just did not have it in me yesterday to refilm it because I'd already cut it out and everything. It's so annoying. But anyway, luckily it wasn't anything major. You know, I didn't get a call like in the middle of all of the alterations I was doing to the pattern. So we might have the camera angles figured out, but that does not include human error there with just forgetting a couple things. And I think it just comes down to I probably should have filmed that earlier in the week and I was super tired yesterday and that's what happens. So Not my best work. Very disappointed in myself, which is, I know, personal. It's just my own expectations putting on myself, but those mistakes were made. And then, speaking of mistakes, Natita from Natural Dane sent me a message on Instagram this morning telling me that in my daily vlog, let's see, it was episode 54 and 55. So that would have been Fridays and Saturdays. No, Thursdays and Fridays vlog. I was showing you guys the linen that I had gotten from the fabric store, and I totally held up the bag that had my address on it. And it wasn't for very long, but you know, you can pause and freeze things. So I went in, and you can blur things through the studio editor in YouTube, so you don't have to like re-upload things. And I'd looked at a couple of the comments on the video, but I'd not answered any yet, just because I like to sit down with a chunk of time to do that. And when I fixed it on YouTube, it took the old video down and put this one back up in its place, and it deleted all of the comments that had been left up to that point. And I think it was something like maybe close to 50 comments that got deleted. So I'm so sorry if I did not respond, if you had put something. So it was the video where I showed you the recent one that I showed you where the fabric store linen that I recently got, and I thought it was just going to, you know, make that change and resave it up, but it totally took the old video down and then just made a copy basically with the blurred. So I just blurred out that section on that package. But yeah, it also took away all the comments that have been left up to that point, and I'd not had a chance to answer them yet. So I really apologize. So if you left a question on that video and I have not responded, that is why. So go ahead. You can either go back to that video or just leave your question on this video. I really apologize for that. Also, my bad. Anyway, got all of that fixed this morning. So that's what I kind of woke up to this morning. This is why, yeah. And then our message in church today. So we were still doing online church. We'll be doing online church through the summer. Our church, we go to a very, very large church, and they have decided to we were doing online services beforehand. So people could watch from anywhere if you needed to. Which was helpful for this situation, but they're keeping it that way at least through school starting in August, if school starts in August. So anyway, we were watching church this morning in our living room, and it was all on slowing down and like taking a day to rest, and you know, just to not go it. I mean, he was making the comparison obviously to the quarantine that we're all in, and how a lot of us are slowing down because we have to, because everything was canceled, and how that's been one of the positive things that have kind of come out of this, that you know, families have been spending more time together, and you know, people have been slowing down a little bit, not going at such, you know, Mach speed, anyway, which is true. But then I was like, I probably needed to take notes today because I was just going too fast, and that's what happened. So I apologize for that. That is not the standard I want this channel to be at. So we got it fixed. I mean, we make mistakes, giving myself grace and all that, but I do apologize for that. So on that note, I did see that someone had commented on that video before I got a chance to comment on it, asking if I could show the baby bunnies that are in our yard, and I totally will do that. They're not out yet, so I think probably maybe next weekend. It looks like I did some research online, and we've had bunnies in the yard before, but since we found these like brand new, like they did not even have fur, their eyes were still closed, no fur. I think they were like brand new, like that day, probably brand new. So I would think that coming up here soon, because they're only in the nest for 3 weeks, so we're coming up on a week on Wednesday. So maybe here in the next week or so, we should be seeing them starting to explore a little bit and coming out. So I'll definitely take some footage. And the mama bunny has been literally living her best life and hanging out in our yard constantly. So I'll get some footage of her out there too. It's actually kind of funny. Like, she's just lounging, lounging in my yard, in the safety of the yard. Clearly Gidget appears to be, you know, not a threat at all. Gidget will chase her when she goes out into the backyard. We have a gigantic blue spruce in our backyard, and the bunny will just run under the blue spruce, and Gidget doesn't follow her under there. So she'll do laps around the big blue spruce, but yeah, she doesn't chase her under there. So And there's no way she's catching that bunny. She's not a hunter. So I don't really worry about it. I'm really more nervous about her accidentally like stepping on a baby bunny or, and I don't even think that she would eat one or anything. She does not have a hunter's mentality at all. But I do worry about her accidentally hurting a baby bunny. So I do keep her away from the nest when we're out there. But yeah, that is kind of become our MO. We've just, given this bunny we have a maternity ward basically in our backyard now. My husband's getting ready to mow and he asked me if I would come out here in about 20 minutes and stand around it so that he doesn't get too close. So we'll have a really big long patch of grass in the center of our yard for the next few weeks. And our grass has been going like crazy just to keep the babies all safe. So yeah, but I'll totally take that up and show you what we can see. My daughter's also really into going and checking on the babies. Seeing the mom's doing a very good job of keeping them covered up right now, though. If we didn't know where the spot was, I probably wouldn't be able to find them, which is why that's a dangerous thing for the lawnmower. So anyway, that is that. Okay, I am gonna work on this skirt. I would like to get the skirt sewn up today, just because I want to. So I will definitely, I've already cut it out. I cut it out while the battery was charging on the camera. So that's already done. But I will definitely put you guys up on the tripod and you guys can watch me sew up the skirt. I don't think it will take very long. And yeah, then I'll show it, try it on for you guys and show it to you with the wanted tee that I've got. That's kind of the reason I decided to turn that fabric into a skirt. All right, it's a lot of chatter for me. So I will touch base with you guys here in a little bit. Okay. Okay, look, I've got a skirt. It's not been hemmed yet. I want to let the hem fall just in case it needs any bias to fall. All right, so this is the Kimberly skirt without the band, and I'm not going to put the band on the skirt. And it's been shortened 2 inches. So just to give you an idea, and I may trim this up just a little bit. I don't know, maybe that's a nice length, a nice like midi length. So I don't know, I may just do, I can tell the hem's already starting to drop. I may just do a narrow hem on this and call it good. I had not planned on doing the band. I put the pockets in, so it's nice and doable. Also, I need a, I put a waistband, I need to put my skirt hook and eye on there. I haven't sewn that on yet. So my invisible zipper, if you can see, only goes up to the waistband, so it doesn't go through the waistband. So then I'll put a skirt hook and eye right there, and then that will secure up like that. It's actually a little crooked. There we go. So it'll secure like that. That helps not put strain on the invisible zipper, so you don't have the issue of them breaking as easily. That's my preferred method with skirts, with waistbands, when you're doing an invisible zipper. So I love it with this top. It brought out the colors just like I thought it would. I mean, what a great summer skirt. I can wear it with a little bit of a heel, like a little bit of a wedge, or flats, sandals. Yeah, I think this is going to be a real go-getter once we can actually leave and go do things. But yeah, I'm so glad I decided to make this skirt, or this fabric a skirt. I think it's going to be lovely. So there we have it. And there it is with the wanted tee. And I mean, this is in my color palette, this skirt, so like pretty much all of my tops will go with this skirt as well. All of my new t-shirts and tanks, and even some of my chiellos will go. Oh my gosh, my orange chiello would look really cute with this. Both of them actually. I wonder what that would look like, the lantern sleeve one. kind of half tucked in the front or tucked fully, because it is, you know, it hits me at my natural waist up here. Anyway, very pleased. Okay, this is really grainy to see because you're looking through a screen on my window, but there's Mama Bunny. See, it's right off of our patio, and she actually just, I think, moved into position to feed the babies. So she just moved everything away. I feel like I'm invading her privacy right now. I would zoom in, but then you just see the screen, and I don't want to go out there because then she will go away, and I don't want to interrupt her feeding. But there is Mama Bunny. But I'll take the camera actually outside when the babies start coming out and show you the babies. There's Mama Bunny. She just finished covering her nest back up, and oh, there she goes. Okay, so there you have it. My Kimberly dress skirt. Very, very cute. I love that. I think that's going to be just a simple, it's not a full skirt. It's not a full circle skirt. Maybe a half. But definitely a fuller skirt, and I think it's just fine with my frame. So I'll probably just end up doing a little narrow hem on the bottom there. I could do bias, use my like bias, like the men's ties, or do bias tape on the bottom. But I think I'm just gonna do a teeny tiny little narrow hem. I think that will work just fine. So I'm gonna let it drop though. And then I'm gonna decide, I think maybe I will leave it at the length though, because it comes right below my knee, but it's right before, it's where my leg is still thin, like right as it's starting to get bigger for my calf, which I think is one of the, like proportionally one of the good spots. You know, depending on how it falls, I may take it up a wee bit, like maybe an inch at the most. We'll see. I'll try to let it hang for a couple days, and then we will try it back on, and I'll decide on a hem, and you guys can see what I've decided on the May Makes video. But yeah, I'm really pleased that I did that, and this is making me want to dig into that Fior, the Closet Case Fior pattern. I didn't even put that in my May plans, so that may have to go into my June plans, but because I do want to finish up what I've got going on for May. But anyway, yeah, this is turning out really well. Okay guys, that's all I've got to show you. I'm gonna put in, hopefully right before this, you got to see a little bit of footage of Mommy Bunny. Babies still aren't out yet, but got, yeah, a little bit of footage of Mommy Bunny, and I will keep you all posted on the bunny family as it grows in our yard. Okay, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will see you tomorrow, yeah, for another daily vlog. Alrighty, bye.